The Legend of Zelda 25th anniversary, the legend of gaming's greatest adventure. I have been playing Zelda in one incarnation or the other since the original gaming watches from very much yesteryear. I think it's in here somewhere, so let's have a look. Let's see what goodies they are. I've had this for a couple of years actually. When was it produced? I'm not sure. Anyway, it was from Games Master, the game magazine from yesteryear. Future Publishing. Oh yes, we've all been there. As you can tell, I keep some random things. You know, I've never actually played much of the original 3D Zelda apart from Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Reason being, I don't actually own a TV. Reason being, is here in the UK, you have to actually purchase a TV license to own a TV, and there's nothing nothing I want to watch anyway. But I would like to play Legend of Zelda Wind Waker if I ever get the chance. I think that would be probably the next one I would like to go into. Yes, I played Minish Cap. Yes, I played Spirit Tracks. And yes, I played Phantom Hourglass. As you can tell, I like my portable Zeldas. The legend begins. You know, I could read this all day and I'd still enjoy it. But the problem is that this is only going to be a very short, informative video rather than me babbling on. Anyway, this actually had a bit of a backstory to it regarding the backstory of Zelda, which was rather lovely. And obviously into the design and etc, etc, etc. The artwork is rather incredible. Just imagine if Zelda was actually like this in this type of format. I think that would just be beautiful. Oh well. NES version of it. Game Boy Advance had a redo of Legend of Zelda 1 and 2. When I did have the original Game Boy SP from yesteryear, I didn't actually play it, but I will play the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past when I get my Nintendo Switch, or if I buy myself a new 3DS to play on it, because like I said, I don't own a TV. The Link to the Past. Oh yes, I've actually got a Super Nintendo mini system. I am going to be playing on it, but like I said, I haven't got a TV, so until I get a PC monitor sorted, then I'll be able to play it. So yeah, I heard this is the best game of the Zelda franchise for many and many years. Although I don't know, I do like the Link's Awakening, I should say. Problem is with Zelda is that I get stuck too much on it, and I can put it down and then go back to it once I've got another problem in my life. Well, yeah, keeps on going. Ganon. Doesn't he look like a robot there? Shock horror. I've insulted Zelda's most iconic baddie. Now, the problem is with Link's Awakening is that this was like the very first game I played regarding on my original Game Boy from yesteryear, not the DX version. I'll get back to you on that one some other day. But yeah, completed this. I got stuck on the second boss key for like 3 months because back then I didn't know what to do. It wasn't until Games Master actually had a tips magazine or guide to the Legend of Zelda that I actually managed to go and complete the game. It was just that one thing. I had the same problem on the Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds as well. Zelda. Do you know it was actually named after a Spanish princess, apparently? Ocarina of Time for the original Nintendo 64. I actually had this. Basically, I bought it from a friend who was selling the system plus like 5 games for like £50. This was like in 2001, which was borderline ridiculous. You don't find these magazines as much as you used to, although I might have not been looking. I must admit it's been a while since I've been into W.H. Smith. 96% on GM 77 1999. Not sure if I've actually got the original one of this and somewhere, but you know. Oh yes, Ocarina of Time 3D. I've actually got this game. I do play on it, although it's been a while since I played on it last, mainly because I'm always busy working. August 2011, 93%. There's a difference between a 2D Zelda designed for a handheld console and a 3D Zelda designed for a home console that's been purported to a handheld console. You always tend to find that it's just not right, although I am enjoying Majora's Mask, I must say that. Which, of course, brings us on to Majora's Mask. This is one of the Legends of Zelda games I thought I met my match on. I put it down for like 3 or 4 years, and then I got back into it. When I got back into it, I started to play it a lot more. Although I shouldn't be watching that. I'm not sure what's going on there. Not completed it yet. Hold this space. Don't want to complete it because I think when I do, I'm going to be like so sad that it's going to actually be the end of one of the best Zeldas I've actually ever played on. Absolutely, the characters, the mechanics and everything else, when you get into it, it's absolutely amazing. Again, the artwork on this is rather incredible. I think that's to do with Twilight Princess, although I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it, please, folks. These magazines are always the same. I mean, they're dedicated to one gaming aspect. Can't complain with Zelda. All colour of seasons and all colour of ages. I would actually like to play this game, although I'd have to buy 2 Game Boys and 2 copies of it, which, let's be honest, why not? Yes, 96% on GM, November 2001. This magazine is actually going to be older than most of the people who's actually going to be watching this video. The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. I want to play this game. I'm actually thinking of just getting a Nintendo Wii U just to play this game. I wish they would port it to the Nintendo Switch. When I found out that Skyward Sword was coming onto the Nintendo Switch and not the Wind Waker, I was like so disappointed. Although Skyward Sword has got probably its day. No wonder it received a 97% in Games Master May time of 2003. It's still being played today, and even the connectivity with the original GBA. Back when Nintendo was lagging in the home console department. It's ironic because the games from back then are still being played today, yet the games from like the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox eras, like nobody wants to play them, although maybe Grand Theft Auto. The Four Swords Adventures. Again, this was one of these games where I couldn't play on it because, like I said, I've never actually owned a GameCube console, although there was one on a car boot from yesteryear that had a couple, it was going for like £20. I wished I would have bought it because then obviously I would have bought myself just a cheapo TV and then just played Wind Waker and had been done with it. The Minish Cap. Purchased this from a car boot sale with the GBA system for like £45 or something daft like that. I sold it like 6 months later. I did enjoy the Minish Cap, although I must admit I felt it was a bit short, but it was still very enjoyable. No wonder it received 91%. This is for a GBA game, the Twilight Princess. Again, the reason why I won't play on it is because, one, you need a Wii, and secondly, you need a TV, which I've got neither. Although, I do believe that with the release of Skyward Swords, I'm not surprised if they don't re-release all these on the Nintendo Switch, because let's be honest, it seems to be doing that all the time. But yeah, quite a nice little magazine. I don't think this goes past Twilight Princess, because obviously with it being only 25 years. But yeah, pretty nice. I hope it's got Phantom Hourglass. Oh yes, played this, completed it. Didn't get 100%, but I completed it nonetheless, 94%. And please don't start mentioning about the comment section regarding the stylus and the spirit tracks. This will be my next Zelda, because I'm going to I've already got obviously 2 3DSs, as you well aware. Little cartoon there. But yeah, the motion regarding The Legend of Zelda. I don't know. I probably think sometimes I find that controllers are not that great, although that's just me. But yeah, it's a nice little magazine. Oh yeah, it's sampling the Wii U version of Zelda. Oh well. Yes, I've got these. I did have them. This was my original game. Well, it was my original. It's my original Zelda, I should say. Little watch device. My brother had a Super Mario, although that was probably the last games console he ever played. But yeah, nice little magazine to read through whenever I get 5 minutes. Although I must admit, I do miss missing the physical thing regarding magazines. Yeah, and best thing about it, I've got a mouse mat. Still in its original packaging. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little video. See you soon.